Hi everyone, my name is Tyler McGregor. I'm a member of Canada's national sledge hockey team, and today I'm going to talk to you about a very important trait, which is inclusiveness. And inclusiveness is such an important trait because we all come from such diverse backgrounds. We all have different skill sets, different attributes, different values, and different ideas and opinions on things. And I think when we're open, when we're accepting, and when we're inclusive of all those differences, that's when we really start to grow. And I think when we start to share those differences and listen and challenge each other, um, that's when we get better. And I've seen it in all areas of my life, in education, in my hockey career, and my professional career as well, as I begin that. I'm 22 right now, so uh, about to graduate university within the next year or so. Um, but I've really started to see throughout my maturation process how important it is to be open and really start to embrace our diversity, because it can really challenge us and teach us new things, and help push us forward. Um, I think it's one of the things that really helps us be successful. And in a sporting context, I think I've seen it time and time again throughout my career. I've played on the national team now for 5 years, and in my rookie season, um, I was 18 years old. This was in 2012-13, and I was still new to the sport of sledge hockey. I had just overcome cancer and the loss of my left leg above the knee. Um, so I was new to the sport of sledge hockey. I was fortunate to transition quickly to the national team, and and at the time I was 18 years old. So I was still a kid, really. You know, and suddenly I was playing with men, with some who had families, some were married, and so there was such a difference there. But at the same time, even though we were in such different stages of life, um, everybody was so accepting and so inclusive of me. Um, I remember right away. I was invited out to Edmonton to train with a couple teammates, stay there. They took excellent care of me. They made sure I was fed well. At the time, I'd known very little about cooking, and so even though we were at such different stages of life, they included me in the training process, and kind of taught me how it's done. And I think because of that, we got so much better. And I think as I've progressed through my career, and now I'm at a much different stage with a much different role. Um, I'm kind of trying to reciprocate that, because I understand how important it is to make sure everybody's included in the process, make sure everyone feels valued. And so now, as a 22-year-old on the team, uh, we now have rookies who are 16 years old. And so kind of what's becoming important to me at this stage of my career is more about how do I help those guys feel included, how do I help those guys improve and get better. And I think once you start looking at it that way, and once you start um, understanding that it's less about how do I do what's best for me, and it's more so about how can I help someone else succeed, and how can I include them, and make sure they feel valued. um, then that's when we really start to see progress and really start to grow. And so that's one of the reasons I think inclusiveness is such an important trait. And I appreciate having the opportunity to be a part of your character through sport initiative. I love what you're doing at your school, and I wish you all the very best. So thanks again, and have a great month.